we want to open this up for shout outs. So before we get into our 8th grade shout out and our senior shout outs for all of our students transitioning from middle school to high school and high school to college, before we get into that, we want to open up this time for everybody to be able to, especially our CSO Leadership Council, if any of our CSOs, if you could unmute yourself and if you could recognize a fellow CSO from Texas for their incredible work this year. It's really important for you to be able to acknowledge a peer and their hard work. So I'll go ahead and stop and I'll let anybody start us off, or I'll just start calling your names, whichever method you'd prefer.
See, can I go?
So Andrew, yes.
Shreya already got the award, but I would like to just stack on top of that. I was simply amazed by how she was able to get her cyber program up, even though, you know, she was pushed back. It's simply amazing.
Thank you so much. It is amazing. It's incredible to see you all and so determined to make your action plans come to pass, even with resistance. So you're right, Andrew. Anybody else like to share and acknowledge another CSO from International or Texas? Go ahead and jump in.
Yes, I would like to send a shout out to CSO Rebecca. I've just really seen her grow through these past couple years I've known her, and her passion for STEM has grown too. She's amazing in everything she does, and I'm so excited to see what she does next year, even though I will no longer be at her school. I know she'll do great things even without me.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much for sharing that. CSO Danya, you want to go ahead and go? And then I'll go to Isela.
Okay, so I just want to congratulate all the CSOs that are in this call right now, because even though your action plan wasn't huge or maybe it wasn't pushed back like others, you're still making something big in your school and you're trying your best, and that's all we need here. Because if you think it's awesome, then it has to be awesome. So I'm very proud of all of you.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Isela, you want to share something?
Yes. I also want to shout out Shreya. Throughout the whole experience, like I've always talked to her, like even through like little interactions through LTI and such. And I still remember that tower that we made during the fall. And it's so fun seeing how our relationship has grown over this whole year. And I see her like kind of like a mentor. Even though she's younger than me, like I was always motivated by her. And so it's exciting to see the many routes she's going to go. And she did tell me about her liberal arts high school and how she broke from that and, you know, and created her robotics team. So that's really inspiring as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Any other CSOs want to acknowledge a peer?
I would like to.
Go for it, Becca.
So I know Elizabeth already recognized me, but I would like to recognize her because she really helped me and worked with me well, and she was just a great friend overall, and I know I'm gonna miss her when she goes to high school. And I don't know, I think we just worked really well, and I know she'll do great things in high school, and maybe she might continue being a CSO, who knows.
Absolutely. We're working on that. We have 2 seniors at Lee STEM Academy, and we're hoping to start a brand new cohort when Elizabeth gets there with maybe Kaizen too. Anybody else would like to share?
Yeah,
okay.
I'll go.
Go ahead, Shirley.
Okay, so I also just want to take a moment to recognize CSO Elizabeth because, you know, I talked to her in the chat already a little bit, but as soon as I met her, I knew that she was going to do big things and go big places. And I think she was a 7th grader when I met her at the LTI I attended in San Antonio, but she already had such amazing leadership skills and public speaking skills. So it's been so great today to hear about all of her accomplishments and everything that she's done in the program since I last talked to her. And yeah, I just wanted to give her a shout out.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'd like to give a shout out to CSO Isela. As she sort of reflected, We first met at LTI, and we built the tower together in a really creative way by taping it to the tree. And then from there, we just sort of started bonding. She's probably the person I'm closest to in the CSO program. And while we were writing the article together, I really liked how she was able to sort of direct us, lead us through the article, and sort of give us tips on writing and also leadership in general. So I really appreciate her.
Thank you, CSO Shreya. I think I saw CSO Philip. Did you want to share something?
I would like to shout out to CSO Ian for like that amazing music video. It was pretty cool.
He worked really hard on it, Philip. I'm glad you enjoyed it too, friend. It's been great to see you on all the CSO International calls. And are you in 7th or 8th grade?
7th.
7th grade. Okay, so you'll still be at Stinson next year?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Awesome. Just wanted to make sure. Thank you so much for joining as well. Anybody else would like to share? Maybe who didn't share yet? Maybe from Brentwood. Who else? Oh, CSO Araceli. If you wanted to share from Cass Tech.
CSO Owen would like to share.
All right, go for it, Owen.
I would like to shout out CSO Reagan because I know that she has some troubles with her action plan, but she got through it and was really awesome. And I love that she was working on some hydroponic tank at her school, so she did a really good job of bouncing back.
That's awesome, Owen. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's been, like I said earlier, just so inspirational to see you all persevere, and you're so determined to get your action plans done. And it's okay if it doesn't work out. That's just part of the lesson that we all learn. It's part of the journey we all learn from, and then it makes it better for our second round at it. And so don't feel frustrated if your action plan didn't come to pass this year. Just the fact that you tried and that you were you made a difference, whether you know it or realize it yet or not. You truly, truly did. Anybody else would like to share? Looking through our participants here.
I would like to shout out, like, I know we're shouting at specific people, but like all the CSOs, because really this pandemic has made things harder to deal with, and most of our action plans were centered on something like physical activity and coming in contact with people at our schools or in communities, and just seeing how the CSOs are all adapting to it, and how some people would have given up on CSO or think it is over just because pandemic broke out, or just not put as much effort into it because they don't have that advisor telling them. But it truly shows that our CSOs are very dedicated to this program, and even though there is something that is stopping us from doing what we originally planned, we are ready to make a backup plan and overcome it and do what we want now.
Thank you for sharing that, Alicia. You're so right. You know, I think about, I'm going to go on to CSO Araceli in just a second, but I think about how many CSOs that I've lost contact with because of this pandemic, and it's been truly frustrating, to be honest, at times, because I miss everybody and I want us to stay connected. But just to see how so many of you are checking on your friends and getting in contact with everybody and making sure everybody in your circle is good. It's just so great to see your leadership in that way. And I just truly am inspired by you guys. I want to go ahead and pass the mic, so to speak, to CSO Araceli from Cass Tech, if you would like to share.
Hi, I want to shout out CSO Michelle for helping me go to the drone race. I thought that was a really cool experience, so I just want to shout out that.
Thank you, Araceli. It was so cool to see you in Austin and to have you there with us. And I really had fun visiting your campus when I was making my rounds to all the campuses. It was really great to get to know you a little bit more. And I'm excited for the program to continue to grow at your school and to get to know all of your other CSOs more too. Anybody else like to share before we move on to our 8th grade and senior shout out?
Dr. G, I just wanted to thank all the advisors from the bottom of my heart. They're doing such great things. Like Miss Hernandez's Flipgrid almost made me cry as well. Like, it's so beautiful seeing everything. And my own advisor as well, Miss Guardiana, she's been really helpful throughout the whole experience, and she was really motivating me with doing the article and such. And so I just want to thank everyone and all the advisors out there, because I know it's really hard right now. And just the way y'all are persevering through everything is also such an applicable claim, and it's so inspiring.
Thank you so much. You're so right. Anybody else, Kelly?
Yeah, I just wanted to give one more quick shout out to Dr. Reyna. Rudy was determined to start in Texas, and he had Kelly and Alexis, two individuals that really helped him kick it off. And then when we showed up in February, and I joke a little bit about Minerva, but we were there going, are you guys ready? Let's do it. And we did. And with IDRA, I want to give you guys a shout out to the three of you for really stepping up, like Shreya said, taking it to the next level, expanding. The growth is incredible. And to a big shout out to all of your advisors and your sponsors, especially the CSOs, right? So as Alicia said, this is something that we didn't really plan on it happening this way, but to see you all stick to it, right? Fail fast, fail forward, fail smart, and fail often, but then still wanting to make it happen. It's exciting to see you all today. So kudos to everybody on the call and everybody not on the call. Texas is doing big things.
Thank you so much.
Dr. G, I have one more shout out.
Absolutely.
So I think that I can speak for everyone, and it's just to piggyback off of what Kelly just said, that I want to shout you out, Dr. G, the Steamanista, with everything that you have done this year since you came on board. I mean, most of you don't know that when we actually hired Stephanie, or wanted to hire Stephanie, she was still in school, and so she kind of did some part-time until she was able to come on full-time. And when she did, she just never stopped. I've been at IDRA almost 10 years, and STEM has always been my thing. But with my other responsibilities, we just could not imagine having a program like CSO, but it's something we always wanted. And so she has truly just made it happen. Her, and with the support of Michelle, and just, I cannot have imagined a better team to be doing this, and leaving it in her hands has been one of the easiest things I could have ever done in my career, because, we hold on to things that we think need our support, but we just needed to let her run, and she did. Girl, you have all sorts of all day long. So I love you, and I get to work with some of the best people on the face of the planet. And so thank you, Dr. G, and for letting me wear that hat when I needed it. Go Runners, beaks up.
Oh, thank you so much. You're gonna make me cry. Thank you. I see all your kind comments in the chat box too. This is truly the best job ever. I remember when Selena Moreno, our president and CEO, when she hired me, I said, please give me as much face time with students and teachers as you can. I need that for my soul, because I'm a teacher. Always, once a teacher, always a teacher. And so I need to be with students and teachers. It just makes me happy. And so this is like literally an answered prayer. This is the best job ever. And so I'm just so, so blessed to be in this position with you all, and to meet everybody internationally, and to see this grow in Texas. I just can't wait to see what's going to happen next. It's really incredible. Thank you.